Ask your mom for another 200 grand so I can get an Audi A8. It'll make trips easier for us. Wrap up both of these bags for me. Of course, ma'am. What are you doing? Didn't I tell you not to buy bags and to buy me a car instead? I'm buying my bags, and while I'm at it, I'll get a boyfriend who can actually afford an Audi A8. For my birthday this year, my mom sent me 300 grand as a gift. I was losing my mind. I went crazy hyping her up on WeChat. Anna, my fairy queen, I love you so much. You're the best mom in the world. My weird excitement caught Jack's attention. He was holding a tiny bouquet. What did your mom give you? Why are you so happy? He asked, clearly annoyed. My mom sent me 300 grand as a birthday gift. He let out a cold laugh, looking unimpressed. I handed him my phone, and the second he saw the balance, his breathing got heavier. Jack looked totally shocked. For a birthday? Your mom actually gave you 300 grand? I was too excited to notice anything off about him. Look at these two bags. Which one looks better? How much is this bag? Just a little over 100 grand. I was still trying to pick one, so I answered casually. Just? I looked up, confused. Jack took a deep breath and forced a smile. Babe, let's not buy a bag. He handed me the tiny bouquet and wrapped his arm around my shoulder. Bags are useless. Ask your mom for another 200 grand and get me an Audi A8. My excitement vanished instantly. I looked at him without saying a word. Maybe my silence made Jack realize this wasn't exactly a reasonable request. He glanced at me. It'll make trips easier for us. Haven't you always wanted to do a road trip through Xinjiang? Once we get the new car, I'll drive you there. His tone made it sound like driving me on a road trip would be enough to make up for everything. I looked at the little bouquet in my hand. The edges of the petals were already wilted. It definitely wasn't fresh from a flower shop. It looked more like he picked it out of the trash. Honestly, I'm not a materialistic girl. Jack's family wasn't well off and I never asked him for expensive gifts. But giving me flowers like that for my birthday? That was just disrespectful. I quietly took his arm off me and told him firmly, I don't want to buy a car, and I don't want to make monthly payments. Babe, the car can be under my name. I'll help you make the payments. You just need to ask your mom for another 200 grand, and we'll have 500 grand total. What a smooth talker. I tossed the flowers back into his arms. So not only am I supposed to give him 500 grand for a car, I'm supposed to put it under his name too? Thanks, but no thanks. If I can spend 500 grand on a car, you think I can't handle the payments? A flash of irritation crossed Jack's eyes. That was the look he got right before losing his temper, but he held it in. Babe, you're the one I chose. I'll only be with you for the rest of my life. Whether the car is under my name or yours doesn't matter. But since you don't want monthly payments, just put it under my name. I'll pay them. Just imagine it. We drive out on vacation, stop wherever we want. How awesome would that be? I looked at him with a half smile and said only 2 words. Not buying. I really misjudged you. I never thought you were this kind of woman. We've been together for years and you're still guarding against me like this? The movie theater was noisy and packed, and plenty of people were already staring at us. I really didn't want to argue with him. There was no point. I checked my phone. Watch the movie by yourself. My mom wants me home for dinner. Then I turned and left. I really misjudged you. I never thought you were this kind of woman. We've been together for years and you're still guarding against me like this? I called a ride, opened the car door and got in, then buy a house and put it under my name. How about that? Why would I buy you a house? I let out a cold laugh. Then why should I buy you a car? After I got home, I had already calmed down from my initial anger. Jack and I had been together for 4 years. It wasn't like he'd never been good to me, but the greed he showed today really made me uncomfortable. Jack texted me asking if I got home. I stared at the message, hesitating. Maybe he still cared about me. I replied briefly, I'm home. Jack sent me several kissing stickers, as if nothing unpleasant had happened between us today. What are you doing, babe? I decided to test him one more time, so I sent him pictures of 2 bags on purpose. Which one looks better? Jack didn't answer. The chat kept showing typing, but no message came for a long time, so I pushed it first. I'm going to buy the first bag. It'll be easier to style. Jack exploded. He stopped choosing his words and bombarded me with a bunch of long voice messages. I already told you, don't buy a bag. Don't buy a bag. What's the point of a 100 grand bag? You think carrying it makes you classier? You don't think about me at all. You don't know to spend that money on me. A woman doesn't need assets. Men are the ones who need money. Yeah, your mom gave it to you, but I have a share too. You're hogging all 300 grand to buy bags. Is something wrong with your brain? I didn't want to listen to the rest of Jack's voice messages, so I grabbed my phone and fired back. My mom gave that money to me, not for you to buy a car. You really have no shame, huh? You'll dream up anything. I had barely started my passionate rant when a red error mark popped up in the chat. Jack had blocked me. The words, let's break up, got stuck in my throat and it felt awful. You're not spending your birthday with your boyfriend? At dinner, Mom looked surprised to see me home. She had always been against my campus romance with Jack. I used to argue with her, but now I realized she was right. I wanted to spend my birthday with you, Mom. Your mouth lies better than a man's. I quietly argued in my head, not true. Men's mouths lie way better than women's. My mom and I had a warm birthday together. The white hair at her temples and the wrinkles on her face were traces of time. She had loved and protected me her whole life. Why should I let Jack control me? I should love myself more, and love my mom more too. A few days later, Jack unblocked me. Tomorrow's Saturday. Don't forget. I froze for a second before remembering that we had agreed to meet his parents on Saturday. Jack sent me several messages in a row. Buy my dad 2 cartons of good cigarettes and 4 bottles of good liquor. He likes Mutai. My mom likes La Mer, so bring her 2 sets. Buy her a gold necklace too, and get some ginseng and donkey hide gelatin for my grandma. I was speechless. Do you know how much all that costs? Jack said with contempt. Isn't it just money? My family will give you a welcome envelope with 1 or 2,000 in it. Besides, don't you have 300 grand? What's wrong with spending a little on gifts for my parents? Don't tell me you don't even have that much respect. The guilt tripping was insane. Just because I had money, I was supposed to spend it on his family? I almost said break up, but stopped myself just in time. A plan slowly formed in my mind. I'll admit it, I'm not a nice girl. After a man disgusts me, I can't just let him walk away clean. I acted excited with Jack again and replied with a smile. Okay, I'll book the place. You guys go ahead and wait for me. Jack assumed we had made up and happily reminded me, book somewhere nice. Make it a 5-star place. If it's too cheap, my mom won't be happy. Don't worry, I'll book the fanciest place possible. Good. I booked a private room at the most expensive 5-star restaurant in the city and sent the location to Jack. He was very satisfied. You're finally acting sensible. The next day, Jack had already taken his whole family to the restaurant. He sent me a picture of the private room. The place is decent. Have you left yet? We're all here. I sent him a picture of high-end gifts like Mutai. I'm on my way. There are a lot of things, so you guys order first. Jack hesitated for a second. Hurry up, we'll wait for you. I was leisurely watering flowers at home. Less than 10 minutes later, Jack called again. I shushed the nail tech who had just walked in. I'm in the car. Traffic's a little bad. You guys order first. I'll be there soon. Why aren't you here yet? Everyone's waiting for you. I brought a lot of things, so I'm moving slowly. I'm already in the car. I'll be there in a bit. I hung up and sent him a screenshot from the ride-hailing app. The nail tech looked a little lost, so I smiled at her from the couch. If I were going out, I wouldn't have called you over. Maybe the ride screenshot made Jack believe I was about to arrive. He finally ordered. 15 minutes later, he sent me a photo. In the photo, Jack's whole family sat neatly around the table. Lobster, king crab, bird's nest, and all kinds of fancy dishes filled the table. They looked coldly at the camera, waiting to put me, the future daughter-in-law, in my place. Jack said, "Everyone's waiting for you." Thinking about the big gift that was about to arrive, I burst out laughing. The nail tech looked up, confused. I smiled and praised her. "Your work looks gorgeous." Jack's family waited in the private room until their necks practically stretched out, but all they got was a delivery runner. The client said something came up at home and they can't make it. This is the gift for your family. They're not coming? If they're not coming, what about all this food? How would I know? Jack's dad couldn't wait to open the fancy Mutai box. It was fake. Inside, it was packed full of funeral money. The client said, "Since you all care so much about their money, they'll burn you 300 grand next tomb sweeping day." After saying that, the delivery runner took off. The video ended there. My phone blew up. Jack kept calling nonstop. I answered with a big smile. "So? Are you satisfied? Next tomb sweeping day, I can burn you double." "What the hell is wrong with you? You're messing with me, aren't you? Get over here and pay the bill right now or you'll regret it." "I didn't order the food. Only an idiot would pay your bill. You brought this on yourselves, so pay it yourselves. Also, we're done. You petty little snake, I'm going to sue you." Later, I heard Jack almost got the police called on him after arguing with the hotel. In the end, he paid 30 grand before he could leave. I didn't feel sorry for him at all. If they hadn't tried to scam me, they wouldn't have scammed themselves. That night, Jack made a post on Moments. "Everyone knows how I've treated you these past 4 years. You said your stomach was bad, so every morning I brought you breakfast downstairs to your dorm. You liked soup, so I had my mom simmer soup for 4 hours and bring it to your office. When you were sick before and had no one at home to take care of you, my mom and I went with you to the hospital for an IV. My whole family gave our hearts to you. But today, you tricked my whole family into going to a fancy hotel, made us order 30 grand worth of food, refused to show up and pay, and even sent my parents a Mutai gift box full of funeral money. Lucy, are you even human?" The picture he posted was the Mutai gift box stuffed full of funeral money. I almost laughed from anger. In 4 years together, he did bring me breakfast, but I always transferred him money for 2 portions ahead of time. I was always afraid of making people lose out, so the extra portion was his labor fee. Jack never once refused it, and even joked one time that I had covered his breakfast. As for going with me to get an IV, that was even more ridiculous. That time, I had gastroenteritis and asked Jack to go to the hospital with me. His mom insisted on coming too, saying she was there to take care of me. But once we got to the hospital, his mom dragged Jack off to accompany her for a gynecology exam and left me alone in the infusion room, terrified that her precious son might have to take care of me. Jack and I had a lot of the same friends on Moments. His post had everyone talking. People thought I had lied, taken them to a fancy hotel, and even sent funeral money. They thought I had gone way too far. Then someone asked Jack, "Who booked the hotel? Who ordered the 30 grand worth of food? And when a woman meets the man's parents, isn't it usually understood that his parents pay? So why are you blaming Lucy for not paying?" Jack quickly deleted the post and blocked the senior who had questioned him. Half a day later, Jack posted again. This time, his rant was a full 2,000 words. I suspected his brain was wrapped in an old foot-binding cloth because that essay was long, smelly, and exhausting. You could tell he had racked his brain trying to smear me. Even worse, he used my profile picture to fake chat records between us.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed this, leave a quick like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video.